What's going on, you guys? Slim back here with another deck profile for you guys today, and of course, you know your boys got you on that updated pure MEKK-KNIGHT deck profile for this January 2021 format. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. You'll also be notified when I stream over on Twitch. Link is in the description. While you're down in the description, consider joining my Discord. We got a really wholesome community over there. If you're going to build this deck and you already know that I highly suggest you do, please use my TCG player link. It's also in the description below. A portion of what you spend goes back to the channel. It helps me out and I really do appreciate it. If you want to further support me in the channel, consider becoming a channel member or joining my Patreon. With all that out of the way, you guys, let's get to the good stuff. You know your boy got you on what I feel is the best rogue deck of 2021. Shout out to my boy Winter Kills, shout out to the Column King, Shannon Long. It's because of them I love this deck as much as I do. This is the Blazing Vortex build, if you want to call it that, because literally we don't have Pot of Disparity yet, but rest assured, as soon as we do, your boys got you on a new profile. This is the Extrav build. Luckily, Extrav has been reprinted, so it is semi more budget, and I just really hope you guys enjoy. We're going to get into it. Smash that like button as always. All my pure MEKK-KNIGHT players, let's get into it. This is the best rogue deck of 2021 in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says, I love this deck to death, so let's go. You guys already know, for the MEKK-KNIGHT core, you gotta have 3 of your boy Gearsu. Everyone asks me, Slim, what do you do if you don't open this card and they make you go first? You find ways to play. If you can't play, well, you know, it is what it is. This is the best card for going first. It's amazing going second. This is obviously a going second deck. Gearsu, it may be an Orcus card, but at heart, it's truly a MEKK-KNIGHT card. So shout out to all the MEKK-KNIGHT players. It's just the best card ever. Does everything for us, creates a column by itself, tokens, everything. And yo, just wait till we get that World Legacy token in OTS 15. I am so juiced for that. I literally cannot wait. It's about damn time. Of course, triple purple. That's your new school wind-up rabbit. This card is amazing. You already know. Along with his partner in crime, of course, triple blue sky. And probably the most underrated, but probably low-key the best MEKK-KNIGHT in the deck, double move, man, double indigo eclipse. This card is the truth. Like literally, this card is the truth. Being able to move spaces, move MEKK-KNIGHTs, negate cards and columns. This card just does everything for you could possibly want it to do. This card is absolutely amazing. And you know, it's just great. It hits a level 8, so that does come up in some situations. When we get to the extra deck, you'll see why. And then of course, to finish out our core, we've got the copies of red, the copies of yellow, and green. So everyone always asks, why do you play green? I talked to Shannon Long about this a long time ago. While it doesn't seem like it does much, it is a grind game card. It does get you a card back, and that is very important. The more you play the deck, the more you'll realize a grind game is important, and this card does give you the option. It is a glorified Cyber Dragon, but you know, it is what it is. The beauty of these two, they're not once per turn. Number one reason why people don't know how to play against this deck, they don't read the cards. These two are not once per turn. If you move them with Shifty Boy, you literally can pop multiple cards, whether it be monsters or back row. So remember that. These are easily just insane MEKK-KNIGHTs. Even as one-ofs, they're very important to the core of the deck. Then of course, for my targets for Gearsu, I have both copies, one Chalice and one World Armor. I used to not play the World Armor. I've been putting it back lately. After testing this card a lot more, talking to some of my patrons who play this deck, I realized World Armor, while it is a brick in hand, its effect is amazing. If you reborn it off of Succession, which is one of the main combos you do with Gearsu and Lib, you literally can search another card. What I love about both of these cards is in their own way, they search a card for you. You never minus with these cards. This banishes to search, and this, when it's reborn, will search a World Legacy card. So both these cards, amazing. Best targets you can play. You can also play World Legacy, World Crown. I haven't tested with that card a lot. It's more of an extender, but for me, these were the best ones. These got the job done. And if you play the deck correctly, you'll see why it's important to play both copies. So that's it for all the MEKK-KNIGHT and World Legacy core monsters. Now, of course, our broken spell cards, triple copies of our E-Telly, World Legacy Memory. This card is insane. What can I say? Locks you into MEKK-KNIGHTs. Who cares? We're pure MEKK-KNIGHTs. That's all we do anyway. This card is just insane. Being able to shoot out a purple, spin, search a MEKK-KNIGHT. You can also resummon a purple because you summoned it off of memory and not its own effect. This card is everything. This card, going first, you set things up. You have Secret or any of your Floodgate spell, trap, or monster effect negators, and you can activate this during your opponent's turn, and it's insane. I've in times memoried out a Shifty Boy and then moved it again for double negate. This card is just worth its weight in gold. Easily best spell card in the deck. Our searchable monster reborn, our searchable trap negator, and our searchable Spell Negator. So this is a new addition to the deck. Before I wasn't playing this. The reason why I wasn't playing this was because I didn't test it enough. I thought that it was lackluster at first and that Harpy's Feather Duster was just better, but through more testing, through talking to some of my friends, the few people that actually play this deck, I realized this is a searchable out to every spell card pretty much in existence. How can I not play this, especially because it's searchable? So I put it back in. This card's been insane. Being able to stop spell cards is ridiculous, so I highly regret not playing it, and now I'm super happy that I do. And then of course the all-star trap of the deck, the Triple World Legacy Secret. It is just that good. It is your skill drain. It stops everything. The card is amazing. You literally, if you're forced to go first, and trust me, as soon as they know you're playing pure MEKK-KNIGHTs, you know they're going to make you go first. You literally just set this up with your MEKK-KNIGHTs and they just can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you say, thanks for letting me go first, man. I still had a game plan. So yeah, World Legacy Secret, amazing. That is our whole MEKK-KNIGHT and World Legacy core, the whole core of the deck. If you're going to build the deck, pick up all those cards, you're good to go. Use that TCG player link and you guys are there. Now onto the hand traps. Now this is what changes every format. We have to adjust to a Drytron Virtual World format, but we have to remember that there are a lot of rogue decks in the format as well, and we have to account for that. So I'm still playing 2-ofs. I think this is one of the few decks that can really utilize 2-ofs. I got 2 copies of Ash along with 2 copies of Bell, as well as 2 copies of Skullmeister. So these were my 6 hand traps of choice. Ash is obvious, generic, but Bell and Meister really shine in this deck because all the interactions with Drytron, dinosaurs, anything that activates Engrave. I even used Skullmeister against Unchained, which you would think, does that even come up? Yeah, it actually comes up. Meister is insane. Meister is also an old school hand trap that isn't once per turn, so if you draw multiple, you can use them both. It's also a 1700 beater. Sometimes that comes up like randomly, but hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And Bell is just insane. So these were definitely the hand traps of choice to combat the meta currently. That's usually what changes in and out of the pure MEKK-KNIGHT deck. You just adjust for the format and what decks are being played and you're good to go. And then the last card that I consider a hand trap actually is my 2 copies of Gamma Seal. So Gamma Seal is literally my kaiju of choice. People could argue you should play the Win one because the Win statue deck and whatnot, but I don't really see that in the meta. That's kind of just a rogue deck that pops up here and there. It's probably played just about as much as this deck is, unfortunately, but this is just amazing. Being able to put this over a monster, Alts Dragoon, creates your column for you. I mean, what more can you ask for? I'm playing this one because it is the lowest attack one, but again, if you want to play the Win one, just to account for the Win statue, I'm all for that. I just like the lower attack ones, so I can summon most of my MEKK-KNIGHTs and just run it over. To me, this is a hand trap because while it doesn't interact with the opponent during their turn, on my turn, I just take care of one of their problems, and if they put all their cards into it and I literally auto with a Gamma Seal and just OTK them because of MEKK-KNIGHTs, we're in there. So to me, this is a hand trap. And then I've got, of course, the triple Extrav for our power spells. So this will be disparity after Blazing Vortex comes out. This card is insane though. This card literally gives us a plus. We built our extra deck to where banishing doesn't really hurt. You know, you account for the most important cards in your extra deck, you're good to go. Extrav is just insane. Any deck that can play Extrav, in my opinion, is amazing. It's been reprinted multiple times, so you guys should be able to get access to this. Also, Disparity is probably going to be a really expensive card. This is your budget option. And then, of course, instead of droplets, we are playing Dark Ruler no more still. I still feel for this deck in particular, this is better than droplet. We don't really get a lot of benefit of sending anything to our graveyard unless it's the World Legacy targets that we would send off Girsu. And if we're drawing those, we were already kind of starting with a bad hand. Ruler, while it may not be good against Calamities, at least you can literally just activate this, shut off like Vanity's Ruler, and just at least get to play. You may not be able to deal damage, but if you set up a negate board after you break their board, you're going to win. So to me, this is still the better option in this said deck. And the last card, why would I not play a second Monster Reborn? One's searchable, one's not. There you go. 40 cards, you guys. I got a rule for this deck. I'm never playing over 40. I want to see my starters. I want to open Girsu if I'm forced to go first, and you already know. Extra deck real quick for you guys. Remember, this is a pot of Extra deck, so expect a lot of 3-ofs. The most important cards in the extra deck to me are literally Morningstar and Liv. These are the heart and soul of the deck. These are literally all I go into, going first or going second when I'm starting my combos. They are just insane. No one reads this card. No one reads this card either. This plus Unicorn, you can literally get a double bounce. Like, it's crazy. So these cards, amazing. Then I got my 2-ofs. I got 2 copies of Spectrum Supreme. This does come up. This will be a change, obviously, when we get disparity, because we won't have to play a bunch of 3-ofs or 2-ofs. This card can come up in situations you can steal games attacking directly, and its send from column effect to summon another monster can help you link climb and do other plays. So I really like it. And then this has been the all-star. When going first, make this card. Most decks can't out it. Like, literally, I learned this from my boy Azan. You summon this going first, most decks cannot out it, and it's absolutely insane. Avermax is amazing in this deck, especially going first, so I had to play 2 copies of that. And then because we are playing Orcus monster, we actually can play the double Galatea with the double copy of Dingirsu. Amazing out to Dragoon. Just bait the Dragoon, out it, you're good to go. These cards are just insane. So easy to make with Girsu, and literally so easy to just slap this on top. You can also make this with some of your MEKK-KNIGHTs, purple and indigo, so just remember that and you're good to go. And then the 15th card, boom, Unicorn. Unicorn plus Lib, double spin. Everybody wins. That's it, you guys. Short and sweet and to the point. My favorite deck currently, the best rogue deck of 2021 in my opinion is pure MEKK-KNIGHTs. It does not get more simple than that. I hope more people will play this deck. I love this deck to death, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Be sure to check out my boys Winter Kills and Column King for more MEKK-KNIGHT related videos, and let me know what you guys think about this deck going forward in the new format. But that's all I got to say. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.